Welcome back to the channel, guys. Side Hustle Cinema here, and thank you for clicking on this live stream. Uh, Today we're celebrating, kind of a big milestone, especially when you're first starting YouTube, that's for sure. And that is hitting 500, subscribers. And I got a bunch of guys here with me who are, just real good friends and have, supported me along the way. And of course, I got my start on YouTube on a live stream. My very first debut was on Mid Level Media's channel. And so, it's definitely appropriate to have him on here again. And we got a bunch of other great guys on here. So, hope you guys enjoy this one. Uh, Feel free to ask some questions. We're going to be talking a lot about getting your start on YouTube, maybe sharing some stories about experiences we've had, and just giving any advice to anyone out there who may be watching this on the replay or in the chat now who's thinking about making that jump. That's what happened to me. I was in the chat for a long time, and just I wanted a little bit more. I wanted to be able to get my opinion out there just a little bit more, and so that's pretty much why I wanted to jump on here. To the format, and just it's been a lot of fun. So my phone's going off. All right, so yeah, we'll let everybody go around and introduce themselves. Let's see. First, I guess we'll go with Pop here.
How's it going, everybody?
Oh,
So I want to start off by saying congratulations to the side hustle. Me and him started about the same time, and I know he's been fighting hard to get to this goal. So I'm happy for you, buddy. But my name is Alan, and this is Pop's Movie Dungeon. We do everything physical media here. Been getting more into live streams, trying to do some more reviews. So you guys into physical media, boutique labels, this is the place to be. So side hustle, congratulations, and thanks for inviting me on, buddy.
Oh, no problem, man. Definitely glad to have you on. And like you said, yeah, me and him, actually Ryan and Jagoda both are all. We all started within about 2 months of each other.
Yep.
And so
I started in July, early July.
yeah, I started July 19th. And so next we're gonna have Tim talk talkies. He doesn't talk silent movies. He only talks to talkies. Let's get him.
So, hey everyone, Tim here. Tim Talks Talkies. My channel is I just love talking movies. That's basically all it comes down to. A lot of different movie stuff on here, physical media, records, posters, just anything movie-wise. And I'm really happy to be here. Thank you so much for the invite. And man, 500 congratulations, because it's tough getting to that milestone. It really is. That's all I got.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. And next, doing a steelbook every day on Instagram. We've got movies
making
with
Tim
Ryan.
spend money. Hey, it's Ryan from Movies with Ryan. If you watch my YouTube channel, you know I put out a video a week. I do unboxings, pickups. I do a couple different types of lists. I am on Instagram, like you said. I am doing a steelbook a day. You can also find what I'm watching on the weekends there, and I do the IG lives every once in a while. So that's about it. I want to say thank you to Side Hustle for having me on here. Congratulations on 500. And to plug my channel, I'm only 9 away from 300. So if we can get that done tonight, that would be fantastic.
All right. Yep. Got to get out there and definitely give these guys a big sub. I think I've got all their links in the description below. Oh, and who's this guy?
Hey, I'm Ken, and Side Hustle. I just want to say congratulations on 500. I was honored that you asked me to be a part of your beginning of the YouTube journey on my channel. I didn't know how exactly I felt about it when you approached me with the idea. I was like, I don't know this guy. Never seen him before. I don't know what kind of collection he has. But sure, go ahead and come on your channel. Go ahead and come on my channel and debut yours. That sounds like a good time.
And I was just crazy enough to do it, and I'm glad I did because, you've been doing great, man. You've been putting out consistent content, and I'm really proud of you. I said that before, but I'm proud of you, man. And 500 is a big deal. It's a big deal. It does not feel like it's been that long since I was there. So it is a very big deal. So onward, upward to 1,000, now 2,000, 5,000, 100,000. Sky's the limit. Thanks for having me on, man.
You are very welcome. Yeah, that was an idea I had to be on Ken's channel. I thought, debuting, you might as well show your video where it can get some eyes on it. And I brought the idea to Ken. He took a few weeks to think about it.
Luckily, what helped was you actually sent me the video before, so I got to watch it, and I was like, okay, this guy's all right.
And I got really nervous because Ken's channel was right around the time I sent that, his channel started to really blow up. I mean, it was getting big already, but I think the week before I came on, I think Grant Cinema was on there. I think Movies and Sue was on there. And then here I am with 0 subscribers.
You got in at the right time, man. You got in right now. If you tried to now, I probably wouldn't let you. So
yeah,
you got in just
big
right
time now. And so finally we got saving one of the most awesome collections for last, Dakota Blue. And let me tell you about this guy, man. All of his videos are so entertaining. He does these think pieces that I just love to watch. I really love those videos. He collects some cool stuff that I didn't even know was out there. I didn't know what a one-click was until I watched his video.
I still don't know. And I was trying to get him to explain it to me on that live stream so many times.
Exactly. I mean, he's pulling out stuff that people ain't even ever heard of. So I mean, he's one of the coolest dudes I know. Dakota, go ahead and let him know what you're about.
So I was feeling that this felt like a happy birthday celebration. Just going around saying happy birthday, but no, congrats first to surpassing 500. Like Ken said, on to 1,000 and beyond. Definitely deserving, and definitely thank you for the invite up here. Great panel tonight. Jagoda Blue, just a fellow collector. Kind of like to dabble in a little stuff, but I have a love for steelbooks. On the channel, I do Blu-ray Tuesdays, either whenever there's something to buy or when my shipment comes in time. I do a Fave 5 where I recommend 5 movies, usually on Fridays, kind of backed up now. But and then I started a Time to Talk, like Side Hustle was saying, where I have these kind of topics that come to my head that I feel like is circulating in the industry. And plan on starting something new coming soon, in which I hope to have all you gentlemen on at some point. But that's it.
All right, Dave, that sounds great. And 4K Media Guy, he was actually here a little bit earlier, but he was having trouble with his internet. He actually showed me a picture. They're having trouble in his area apparently, and so he's not going to be able to join us. But I've got his link in the description, and so if you're not if you don't follow him already, just make sure you get down there and check out his videos too. He still does the media hunts on Tuesdays. He does some Q&As on there, and he's just a real great guy. Loves the 4Ks, loves those slip covers, and so definitely go and check him out. And we'll get on here again some other time. But these things happen, that's for sure. All right, guys. We're here kind of celebrating 500, getting the old start on YouTube. And if someone were joining today, if someone from the chat or someone watching on replay, they wanted to, start a YouTube channel here in 2022, what advice would you give them starting a channel? We'll go ahead and start with Pops. We'll just swing it around.
Well, I think probably first and foremost, just turn on the camera and start recording. You're going to be scared as hell to start with. Hell, I've been doing this since July, and I'm still scared to death. I'm scared to death right now. I ain't gonna lie. But you turn the camera on, just start recording, Once I made that first video, I just uploaded it. It got pretty good reviews. I had some good buddies, that kind of backed me up on it. And before I knew it, I had 4 or 5 videos up. And just kind of I really enjoyed the editing process, and so I really got into that. So I would say just don't be afraid. Turn on the camera, record some stuff. Just be yourself. You don't have to buy all the fancy equipment to start with. I mean, I did because I'm an idiot, but I bought the equipment before I even knew how to use it. So I kind of learned, I kind of went overboard with the money, and then I learned what I was doing, with the good equipment. But I'm just now starting to get where I feel like I got a pretty good grasp, and it's been, a few months shy of a year. So just got to be patient, put videos out there, try to reach out to other YouTubers, and try to get on their channels, be in other chats, to get your name out there on Instagram. And it's a slow process, but it's fun. Just keep it fun, and everything will go good.
Yeah,
that's my advice.
That's good advice. Tim, you got anything to add to that?
I mean, it's echoing a lot of what he said. People have these things. You don't need anything fancy. You just pick up your phone, click record. Don't overthink it. Just put stuff out there. The other thing is, well, networking was already mentioned, but talk to people, make friends. This community is great, and 99.9% of the people are super accepting with open arms. And also, don't be afraid of rejection. If there's something you want to do, reach out to people. Rejection happens. You just push through it and just keep going.
Well, you guys stole both of my answers. So, no, networking. Everybody on here is always putting out, hey, you can reach me here, you can reach me here. Comment on videos. Follow us on Instagram. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Again, everybody's got a phone. There's plenty of free software out there to do editing, to do post-editing, all sorts of stuff. Google is fantastic if you want to learn how to just do basic stuff. But just do it. Don't be afraid. I mean, I know there's the afraid part about it, but just get out there, do it, and do stuff that you like. Don't try to be what everybody's doing. Just do stuff that makes you comfortable, that you like to do, and then you can advance from there. That's what I would say.
That's all good advice.
Yeah, I mean, this thing right here, I still use this to record every single video, and I've been doing this for 2 years now. I don't know. I mean, pretty much what everybody said. I don't have too much to add, but maybe elaborating on Pop's point of just don't be afraid to be yourself, however weird or awkward or silly or dumb at times like that can be. I think a lot of people, when they get on YouTube, they watch a lot of YouTube, so they feel like they have to act like everybody else that they watch. And that might work for you for a couple of months, but then that's going to become very hard for you to maintain. The only person that you can be on here is yourself. So you have to be that. So, I mean, that's the only person you can be in life. So you have to embrace that and accept that. And once you do that, turn your camera on and start recording. You don't have to have the fanciest equipment. Like I said, I still record on the phone every single video, and I do that mostly for convenience because I edit a lot when I'm on the go and stuff. And I think a lot of people get bogged down with feeling like they have to have the fanciest everything, all the cool graphics, all the cool logos, all that stuff, and then they get in front of the camera to film and they have nothing to say because they focused all their time and energy on coming up with the logos and everything. So take it one step at a time, and like I said, just be yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
Stay hydrated, folks.
Yeah, seeing all my answers are already said. It's okay to talk to yourself though too. It may feel a little weird sometimes when you first start because you're like talking into a camera as opposed to kind of like doing a live stream or talking to someone else. But if you're doing a YouTube, assumingly you're doing it on your passion, and a lot of times it's easier for people to talk about things that they truly enjoy. So kind of keep it light. Definitely don't overthink it. Like, it's just YouTube. It's just content about stuff that you like. It doesn't matter what you have in your collection, how small, how big. It's all the same. Like, I know me personally, I still get excited over seeing other people's collection. Yeah, I love steelbooks, but I love seeing older stuff as well too. So don't kind of feel like just because you don't have something, you shouldn't make a video. Physical media is physical media, and I think we kind of all enjoy it. So just kind of keep it light, and and have fun and network. There's so many people in this industry that I've met over the year. That's pretty crazy, and to think like speak to a lot of people almost every week. So amazing community.
Yeah. I know when I first started, I thought that like networking would be like one of the hardest things. It's actually one of the easiest things. It's pretty easy to find people that are willing to have you on their channel or will join you on your channel. It's really a great community like that. I mean, everyone's pretty well. I haven't really run into anyone who's not been helpful. I think it's great like that. Now, do you guys suggest that someone come up with like a sort of a tent pole video for their channel?
I
Anyone
I
can
don't
take it.
I don't think it's really neat. I don't have a tent pole type of video. I guess now my best decade streams maybe, but I no, just do what you love. Make videos about whatever that's in the hobby you love. I don't think you need a tent pole. It can absolutely help, but I don't think it's like a requirement as a basis of starting a channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think
mid-level,
it
you
just
would.
it depends on the person. Like if you feel like you need that, like I started the physical media report at the very beginning. Well, not at the very beginning, but I was probably about 6 months in, and it
Yeah.
helped me stay scheduled, I guess, to have like one video that I knew that I needed to put out every single week. So yeah, it could help you, but also that's pretty much it. But I try to stay somewhat organized with all my thoughts and ideas, but I also like to do a lot of random videos too.
Yeah, I think especially when you're first starting out, you just got to try a bunch of different things and see what kind of sticks. It's going to be hard to see what sticks from the analytics, though, because your analytics probably won't be that great, you know. But it's kind of what people react to the most, maybe what people comment on, or what you just
Yeah.
enjoy recording the most. Because if
And
you enjoy that type of video, you're going to be more successful at it.
and
And
one thing we didn't bring up: don't get discouraged. If you put out a video and only gets 3 or 4 views and a comment, don't be discouraged. The algorithm for YouTube is horrible for new YouTubers, and that's where the networking come in. You get your friends on there. You say, "Hey, man, I got this video." Other YouTubers start looking at you, and it snowballs from there. But at the beginning, don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Use hashtags and tags.
Yes.
Those things probably work. No, but I think it works. It can go both ways. Like like Kim was saying, if you start off that way, kind of keep yourself scheduled. But then some people they'll start off just with a regular video, and if you just keep making just kind of random videos, sometimes that creative juice starts running, and you'll have an idea like, oh, this would be cool if I did this every week. So take
yeah,
your time. Like everyone's gonna create content at a different speed, and at some point, someone may think of something and they stick with it. So
yeah, and you could take it's hard to have an original idea these days, but you can take an existing idea, tweak it just a bit, sort of make it your own. I mean, Ken, probably his best video or probably one of his most popular is his media report. Well, I do a media report as well, but I purposely actually try not to make it exactly the same. I mean, some of our information overlaps, of course, because we're reporting on the same stuff. But I definitely differ. It's different. It's a different video if you ever watch it. Hopefully you do if you're watching this. But it's you know, I think I put my own spin on it. So it's not like just the same thing, and you try to make it your own in that way.
Yeah.
I think there's place at the table for multiple people to do similar things. I mean, we're all showing the same movies after all.
How many people do Blu-ray hunts? How many people do collection hauls? How many people do their entire monthly collection? Like everybody shows off. We're all showing off the same shit. Like,
Yeah.
but it's what you bring to it Like, it's your passion, it's your energy, and it's who you are that's going to make people want to watch. Like, I watch all kinds of people on here that's all showing off the same stuff, but I like to hear their perspective and their past experiences, and whether or not they watched the movie for the first time, or they're watching it for the first time in 10 years, or they've seen it 100 times. I like to hear all the different
Unless you click weird movies like
perspectives.
this, nobody's talking about this crap.
I remember when that came out, actually. I think I remember posting about that. I remember that.
I don't know about you guys, but I'll start watching a channel because of a certain video, but you stay because of the person, not because of the movies they're showing
Yeah.
off. The
That's
person
true.
is what matters.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
another thing to build on Ken, like, Blue Stays Tuesday. How many people put out a Tuesday video about what's out in the stores? Yeah, that can kind of get repetitive, but it's also nice to see what people are actually finding in their stores, because one Best Buy is not always the same as another Best Buy or Target or vice versa. They're not getting stock out all the time. Some of them have slips, some of them don't. Some of them's not getting stock. Even though some of the videos do look the same, there's different information in there that you can take out of it that can benefit you.
Yeah. And then you learn about different companies. Like, watching people that collect completely different stuff, you'll hear, like, I think last year I learned about the Groove websites and Kino Lorber and, all these companies that I previously didn't know. But that came from looking at, people's video. So you guys cost me money, but on the flip side, it's an amazing thing, though.
Died below me.
But, yeah, man.
Yeah.
But it's
All right.
definitely cool.
Let's take a look in the chat and see what's going on over here. See what everybody's up to. Let's see. We got Dominican Scott saying, "Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? What's up, man?" We got Jerry. Jerry is in the audience. We got what's up. We got Joe Joker. Hey, everybody. Joe Joker, big supporter to everybody around here.
Yes.
Everybody's saying hello there a little bit. Cinemaster 97. Let's see. I thought I'd pop in and say what's up. How you doing, man?
Look at that little blade icon he's got there.
It popped up again. Let's see. This is going to be an awesome stream. Congrats on the 500. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. There's another, great YouTuber, who needs some more people to go out there and support his channel for sure. Cinemaster 97. We got Culture Training in here. What's up, good people? What's up? Category 3 with me. This is Brad, right? This is Brad's new channel.
What's going on, Brad?
Yep. You can check out Brad on some of those live streams that Pop has going on the weekends.
He's a good guy. You guys go out there and check him out.
Yeah, he was in another live stream last night with Basement Blues and Pops. Good to see him over on YouTube. Jerry saying hello. We got Real World Media. Hello, everybody. Basement Blues. Hi, guys. Yeah, truthfully, I could have had like 50 people on here. I mean, with the people that have helped me along the way, that have been big supporters. I mean, Basement Blues, such an awesome guy. Everybody knows Tony, and he's just one of the best.
The man never sleeps. He's up at like 4 a.m. He's up late at night supporting everybody. I don't know when he sleeps.
Yeah, Tony is awesome.
Yeah, his on Instagram, his green light's like always on. I mean, yeah, I don't know. He must just leave it always on in the background.
He leaves it on Instagram.
I think so. We got that horror dude. Yo, what's going on, fellas? What's going on, horror dude?
What's up?
What's up, Basement Blues?
Lord
Jerry.
I mean, he is one half of the tag team championship right now. So,
listen, I keep telling you guys, this is nothing but glorified wallpaper. I'm just tricking everybody.
One of those backgrounds.
Yeah.
Green screen.
We are half
Paul
brothers.
and Ryan brothers. They do look like.
No.
They do look alike.
What's funny is my wife walked by the TV the other day. I was watching one of Ryan's videos. He says, "Good Lord, looks like you." Even my wife said that.
That's hilarious.
You better watch out, Pops.
That hard dude saying King Jagoda. Basement Blues saying hello to everybody. Hey everybody, what's going on, gents? Southern Cinema 35. Let's see. Try to skip through here a little bit. JoJo Joker saying pop, 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 Scream Factory. Kind of been, he's getting that reputation as a Scream Factory guy for sure.
Yeah.
Hey Pops, it's got Huck here. Whoa, chat. How you doing, Huck? Another great channel. I mean, it's just a bunch of great people on here, man. We've got 100 here. What's up? Congrats, Side Hustle, on hitting 500. Thank you, man. You see, 100. He's in a lot of chats. Great contributor. What's up, everybody? See if we can try to get some questions. Anybody's got any here? Let's see.
Well, we do got some questions down here about the clicks, the one clicks.
Yeah.
So we'll explain it real quick.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and explain that.
This is a one click. So it's a big box. So a lot of these boutique steelbook labels will put out these one click boxes. And what's contained in them is 3 individual releases. There's usually a plain slip, a singular lenticular slip, and then there will be a double lenticular where it's lenticular on both sides. So you can buy them separately, the plain, the single, and the double, or you can buy all 3 of them in a very, very nice, fancy one-click box. So that's a one-click.
You just wanted a reason to show that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
It's a
Just
bad
came in a
rabbit
bit.
hole to go down.
Those are pretty. Now, Jagoda, do you open any of your one clicks, or are they all sealed?
No, they're all sealed.
That's why I decided to show it. Because I know it keeps it sealed.
I haven't mustered up the energy to actually open them up yet. I don't know.
Ryan keeps his wrapped in bubble paper, bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to rewrap it for my opening whenever I film my video for it. So
I'll just stick with my Dollar Tree exclusive of her.
I'm trying to get my wife to let me get the Dunkirk one. I keep watching the Dunkirk one click. I'm like, I want to buy it.
Ken's getting that Dollar Tree one click.
Hey, I was excited when I found her at the Dollar Tree though.
They got a few good titles here and there.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Let's see. The main reason I watch is seeing what people find on hunts and what other people's collections. Yeah, I mean, I do. I like to see what people are picking up for the week. You know, what they, because there's lots of stuff that comes out, and it's always kind of interesting to see how people prioritize things. So that's definitely a good thing. Let's see what we got here. Johnny's Boutique Podcast. Anyone who has a channel or looking to start one, please feel free to reach out to me anytime, and I would be honored to help with any support I can and would love to collaborate with any of you. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I don't ever mind.
Yeah, he is actually the one that got me to do my first video. His channel used to be Johnny Walker, and
is that
that's
Johnny?
his dude. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And so,
okay, yeah.
He had a channel. Me and him chatted like almost every day, and he kept on saying, "I got my vinegar syndrome set in, like my Black Friday sale." He said, "Man, just get on there and make a video. Just make a video," and I did, and kind of created the monster. So he's responsible for getting me started. I'll give him all the credit.
Yeah, and you'll see him in a lot of those live streams that goes on.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Weekend. Yeah,
Great
he is.
guy.
He seems like a really nice guy.
Those 5-6 hour hauls y'all do on the weekends.
Man,
I'll be going to bed because I work on the
name.
weekends, and y'all be starting. I'll wake up and I'm like, damn, they're still going.
Yeah, I stick in as long as I can, but at a certain point, I gotta bow out for bed.
Yeah. When I'm 50 years old, those 4 o'clock nights, man, it takes me 3 days to get over them. But
All right.
they're fun though.
Lab Vision Films. Great advice, everyone. As someone who is on the fence about starting up their own channel, I appreciate it. Yeah, you definitely should.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why not.
I mean, the worst that's going to happen is you're just not going to like it. It just maybe once you start doing it a couple times, it may be something you just don't like. You can just stop.
Right.
But,
So I do have a recommendation then too, based off that. So I went through. I had this is my second time having the same channel. I went through something personally, had nothing to do with the channel, but I was stupid and deleted it and restarted. Don't delete the channel. Don't do anything silly like that. Just take a break. That's all you just take a break, let it sit, but don't do anything like delete it unless you are 1,000,000% sure.
Yeah, and another thing I would add that kind of reminded me of is, when you first start, you might get uncomfortable. Don't mistake that for not liking it, because it does take a while to get used to seeing your face. No one likes the way they look. I mean, no one likes the way they sound. It's weird hearing your voice back whenever you're like editing and stuff. I mean, like, I'm sure everyone's probably like, I don't sound like that, do I? These things are kind of, hard to get used to. And it's hard getting used to talking to the camera. So, if it's uncomfortable, fight through that a little bit. And, it gets really fun once you get a little more comfortable. It really does start to get more and more fun.
Yeah, and don't feel like you have to edit out every little mistake either. When I started, like I would try to go in there and like edit out every single and and everything. But I think like what draws people to you and your channel sometimes is the unique way that you carry your voice and just how you sound and speak. So like I said, it goes back to not being afraid to be yourself and everything. But I didn't like doing YouTube videos at all when I first started doing it. And again, I just felt uncomfortable. I had come from doing Instagram for so long, just showing off my collection and doing like reviews and stuff on there. And that's where I was comfortable, just like writing. And like YouTube took too long, like you had to shoot it and edit and all this stuff, and just much more of a time sink. And it just didn't feel as rewarding at the time. So I had to fight for a while just to get myself into it, just to keep going. But yeah, I stuck with it. I'm still not sure if I like it though. I'll be honest.
Now, it's kind of interesting though, because you do YouTube on a different level. I mean, you can't do it as much as Ken does and not have it be at least a little bit like a job.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing it whenever you want to do it, like, if you want to take up 2 or 3 days off and, post another one here or there, that's when it's kind of like just having fun. But, if you want to achieve the kind of success that like someone like Mid-Level Media has, like Movies and Sue, some of these, these bigger channels, it does take a different level of commitment. I would like to think I'm working my way there. I mean, I that's my plan anyway. And, I'm also not afraid to say that out loud. A lot of people won't say that out loud, because they feel like if they fall short, then, then they didn't accomplish something. But
I mean, it's quality and quantity, and I decided a long time ago it was going to be all about quantity for me. I'm just going to. But there are people that put out like really great videos and can grow a channel and only do like 1 or 2 videos a week. But those videos that they put out are like super edited and super sharp and like really good and entertaining, and they can grow just fine. But yeah, I don't know. I guess like I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things just swimming around my head all the time. That just goes into like the creative process. It's like some things I just feel like I have to get out of me. So like I'm constantly just like thinking of stuff and like filming and doing whatever and trying to throw pieces together. So I just decided a long time ago that I was going to strive to do one video a day at least.
Yeah.
That's
And
impressive.
how
It
difficult
feels
has
like a
that
lot,
is,
but
been?
like
yeah.
the way I do things now, like I'll film 4 videos back to back in like one night sitting.
Right.
So I try to do that and stack all this stuff up because I have to have everything filmed and pretty much ready to go before I go back to my regular working schedule on the weekend, which I'm fortunate enough to have a pretty good schedule, 3 days. They're 14-hour days, but it's nice to have that consolidated in one spot and then have free up some more time to do filming and everything. So
Right. Yeah, that does help.
yeah.
That's awesome though. Yeah, big time commitment there though. I
Yeah,
really
the
appreciate the
only
work
video
that
that
you put
does take up
into it.
most of my day is the physical media report. And that's on Monday, so that's my first day off. So it takes about 6 hours to
That's exactly how
film,
long it takes me to do one too. It's a 6 hour video to put together.
just to do notes and
Wow.
edit and shoot all that stuff.
Uh, I mean,
I
I
can
don't know how
imagine.
you. I think you do it on your phone, right? You edit and everything on your phone.
Yep, I do it all. I couldn't get anything done if I did it on the computer because I can't sit down here
I
that
think
long.
that's impressive. Because I mean, I do it on the computer, but I'm sitting there going on Blu-ray.com. You got to sit there and save all those little, those images don't just pop up there magically. you know,
Yeah,
you have to save those things. At least, I mean, that's the way I have to do it. And so, like literally every week, I'm like downloading and renaming like 100, files, and then shooting, editing, putting in graphics, and then yeah, and it ends up taking about 6 hours to do that video.
yeah.
Um,
Well, one thing that does help, and so when I'm always posting like new releases and stuff on Instagram and stuff when they're announced, so that saves to my phone. So I have a lot of the stuff like pre-saved to the phone by the time it comes there. That's
yeah,
really one of the reasons why I do it. Also, it's to get the information out there and stuff like that, but also it saves the phone and it keeps me on track of what I need to talk about for that week. So that helps me.
well, that's a good tip. But yeah, unfortunately, I shoot with a camera. I have a M50, a Canon M50, and that's what I'm using for my live stream now. And I edit. I use Filmora to edit. That's my editing software. And yeah, it's a chore sometimes.
Yeah, I would love someday to actually get an actual camera and software and feel like a little bit more legitimate, I guess.
Yeah.
I have literally been doing everything exactly the same since my very first video, and I have the same phone that I had too. Like I'm right where I need to upgrade right now. Um, but yeah, 3 years ago is when I got this phone. I think I shot my first video 3 years ago. It was a Blu-ray hunt.
I mean,
Well, it
that
looks
just,
good.
I was gonna
Sounds
say that
good.
just shows though the amount. If you have the commitment though, you don't need anything fancy. I mean, you can
Yeah.
have a
Yep.
9,000 subs. Is that what you're at now? Yeah, that 9,000 sub channel in only a couple of years off of a phone. That's impressive as all hell. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, you got one of the biggest physical media channels out there, Films at Home. He shoots everything on his phone.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the way he does it. So I mean, you don't need all the fanciest stuff. It's not everything, but at some point, I would like to get all that stuff though. It would be nice.
Yeah. And for those of you waiting for that giveaway, top of the hour, I think is when we're going to do the giveaway. And so if you're waiting on that, uh, hold on, it's coming. And yeah, I had a lot of people subscribe this week. I was very pleased. Usually my giveaways are it's hard to get people. You think giving free stuff away would be easy, but it's kind of not sometimes.
No, not at all.
I've done giveaways for 9 people many times. This one I think I've got maybe around 50, 55. It's something like that. It's pretty good though.
The prizes you have are fantastic though too. They're really good.
They are, and I hope people are here for the to stay. Not going to disappear tomorrow. Let's hope that that doesn't happen.
Gotta lead them on a while, man, so they get
I
connected to
did
the
get
content.
right. Yeah, you'll get it after a week's worth of videos. I did get a subscriber. Give me free stuff. Subscribe to the channel, so maybe that's
Giveaways are tough,
giveaway.
man. It is a good way to, if you are starting a channel, it is a good way to get people to take notice. But it isn't something that you want to lean on too heavily in the beginning, because then you'll find yourself with a bunch of people that are subscribed to you just to watch your giveaway videos, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's one thing I learned very early on too, with doing the giveaways and stuff. I would find that only time anybody would ever comment on a video is when I was doing a giveaway.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I don't even want to give you this code.
Yeah. Well. All right. Let's see where I was in the chat here a little bit. Let's see here. All right. Jerry says I'll always prefer Instagram to YouTube. Interactions are a lot easier, and I have a lot more fun on the platform. Yeah, Instagram.
Instagram's
You
awesome.
can get that fixed from Instagram, and it is fun. It is easy just to jump on, and that's actually probably a good place to train. To be like camera. To get yourself being used to being on camera, you could pop on Instagram.
I used to do lives on there way before I did lives on YouTube.
I've never actually done one. I need to try one out.
For
There's
daily
always somebody
interactions,
That's fun.
Instagram is the way to go. I love Instagram for daily interactions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's always somebody live. You can jump in and out.
Always.
Nobody's ever, oh, I don't want you in here or anything like that. You jump in, you can talk for a little bit, jump out, And it's never, I know there's been a few that I've been on. We didn't even talk about movies. We just talked about life, weather, what's going on and stuff like that. It's just a nice place to talk to other people in the community.
Yeah. Joe Joker says, "See next Tuesday is the best name." A bunch of laughing. It's a lot of people. No one really comments on the name too much,
It is
but
good,
yeah,
Mhm.
it's there. No comments on the name. Great advice, everyone. I wish I wasn't so nervous on camera. Otherwise, I would start my own channel.
You're gonna be, man. I mean, I'm still nervous. Like,
I am too, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
And that's the number 2 reason I started my YouTube channel, because I have a big fear of public speaking. I mean, I failed speech class and all that high school, and I do have an issue talking most of the time, but I found this to be the biggest helper in that, and really that nervousness goes away after about the first 5-10 minutes of talking.
do you all find that you're able to interact with people better in like real life because of this?
I was just fixing to say that. This helps me. This helps me with my job. Like when I go to my job, just dealing with other people, it's so much easier in like a room full of people to talk because I'm doing this now. Because
I am very
Ryan,
introverted, and I've been introverted my whole life.
Yeah, like Ryan, my fear of public speaking is bad, and so the fact my kids still can't believe I'm doing this, and so it's really out of my comfort zone. So so Vince, man, give it a shot, man. It's really not that bad. Great community, everybody's supportive.
We're all here to support you, man. So
right.
I have found though, if you start talking to people out in public, don't start the conversation with, "Have you seen Cannibal Holocaust?" So stay away from that.
I do want to say though, sometimes your nervousness is more internalized, and you're making a bigger deal out of it. The person on the other side of the screen won't see what you're perceiving as super nervous. A lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't, if you want to just take like a trial run or something, if you want to come on and do a live stream, Vince, I'd be happy to have you on sometime. We can schedule something and you can just get on and talk. We can talk about movies, and I know you got a great collection, so you can kind of get the feel for it a little bit if you're up to doing that. And that invitation goes to anyone in the chat or watching this. I would love to have more people on that don't have a channel that just want to get on and talk movies or whatever. I think it'd be great. Let's see. We got Born to Be Rad. Awesome guy, awesome channel.
So Garrett.
Yep, I'm about to film a rad report right now for the Region Freeze show. I do every other week. Same stuff. Haha. Yeah, I mean, he's got a bunch of great videos. I really dig his style too. Let's see. That's we got that horror dude. That's why we need you to do the Blu-ray hunt skin.
I'll do them again. I'll do one eventually.
Do
Yeah, he
it,
just
Ken.
great. He's
Do
gonna-
it, Ken.
I don't want to feel the pressure to have to go out every Tuesday anymore. That's it. I'll still do them.
There's
Well, you
no
know-
need. Seriously,
Yeah.
so many weeks
I-
have nothing.
I was just getting so extremely frustrated going to these stores. I was like, why am I here right now? I'm looking at the same stupid DVDs at Walmart that I looked at last week. I don't even know what's different here. But yeah, and Best Buy's Target's just sad. It just makes me sad going in there.
Yeah.
And, Best Buy has a couple of new releases out usually every week.
Yeah, and I have the same problem. Like, I live kind of far away from a Best Buy. It's about a 45-minute drive for me. And my Walmart's not the greatest. My Target's not the greatest. And so, as far as doing those hunts, it's...
And I do not have time to drive to 5 different Walmarts. Like, the one Walmart that I choose to go to, if that's a bust, I'm done. Like, I can't go all across Louisville and stuff all day
Right.
trying to figure out where to go.
And I was actually going to ask 4K Media Guy, this was one of the questions I was going to ask him was, because of, the in-store stuff kind of shrinking, only pretty much the new releases are there, from like a couple months. They don't have a big backlog of titles anymore. It's getting more and more where the hunt videos are starting to go away a little bit. Do you guys see those going away more and more from other creators? And do you think, there's some people who've built kind of their channels on those hunt videos. And do you think they need to start kind of looking at maybe another, staple video, a tentpole video, if you would?
I think some stuff is going to shift towards other types of hunts, like big box stores. The physical media is shrinking and going to go away eventually, but thrift stores and little mom and pop stores, stuff like that, you can have original hunts. Little stores that no one else can replicate. It's not going to be the same as everyone is in the same exact type of Best Buy. So people, I think, are going to keep shifting more towards that type of stuff. I'm already seeing a lot of that more.
Yeah.
And I think you could still do like those hunts because I think Best Buy, and I'm only going to speak for Best Buy because at least my experience, Target for me is horrible. But for Best Buy, I think that they are going to at least have the newer releases, which is what sometimes people want to see, what you're picking up that week. But I think some stores like, you guys have Second and Charles, Half Price Books, Exchanges, Book Off. I think they're right now, at least from what I see, in decent condition. Like I was just in Book Off the other day, and it was packed. Yeah, it's going away in Best Buy and some of the larger retails, but I think in terms of the newer releases, I think we may still see those. It just may not sit there so long. So I think there's still content if people want to be made, but in terms of going through Best Buy, Walmart, and Target and seeing like rows and rows, I mean that's kind of like, almost
Extinct.
And
and
everything now is like either shipping or picking up at stores if they ever bring that back.
Yeah, when I started doing the hunts, like you go into Best Buy and there was like 5 rows to go through, and it was always exciting because there was different stuff and different sales going on, and that was just 2 years ago. And like you see where it's at now, and I don't even want to think about where it's going to be in another 2 years. It feels like it's just all going to be gone. So I don't know. As for like what are people going to do? I mean, I told Durant Sima he could hunt for milk and eggs and probably still make it entertaining. So as long as there's like groceries or something in the store, he'll be okay. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, people are going to have to shift to other types of stuff. It's just the nature of it. And I think going to Goodwills and thrift stores and stuff like that is definitely that's what the hunts that I get the most excited about. I love going to half price books in places like that because you never know what you're going to come out with.
That's the key. Oh, sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's the key with those type of videos. You never know what the person is gonna pull. Versus when people are going to Walmart, Best Buy, Target, you already know the titles that people are gonna find. But you go to a Second and Charles or a Goodwill or something like that, they can find anything. Like that's the fun of watching that stuff.
Yeah,
When
it's
I
fun for
started my
me. It's
channel,
fun for them.
yeah, when I started my channel, my one thing I was not going to do was a Blues Day Tuesday. One, I work on Tuesdays, but two, there was already plenty of people doing that. But I'm blessed in my area. I've got 9 different places I can go to where I can thrift. I've got vendor malls, Second and Charles. I got my Mega Replay, got all sorts of stuff. So I'm blessed in my area. But I know some of these people don't have anything around. So
Yeah, we have nothing around here.
Yeah,
We have
like
the Target, Walmart, and Best Buy. That's about it.
Yeah, where you're at, Kenya, I was over there in October. That whole week, I worked over there. After work every day, I was out hitting your vendor malls and that, and those were great. Seeing all that stuff that I don't see, it was so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mine. I don't have many thrift stores in my area that are very good. I've got a Goodwill. It's almost always picked through. It's pretty.
I'll see
good
people
around.
going into Goodwills and they'll have like Blu-ray sections. I'm like, where the hell is that Goodwill in my area? Like, I'm lucky to find maybe 2. So if I go to a lot of those type of places, I'm walking out with some DVDs and stuff. So you have to be willing to still collect for the DVD format for a lot of these thrifting stores if you want to come out with anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you guys run into the awful feeling when you run across a really cool Blu-ray and then you open up the case and the disc is gone? Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
Oh my
I
gosh.
freaking found What About Bob on DVD at a Goodwill, and I got so excited. I was like, I haven't seen this movie forever, and I want to own it. I don't even know if that has a Blu-ray. I don't know if you all know if it does.
I don't know.
But the disc, of course, was missing.
I
So
don't
I couldn't
think
get
it's
it. That's happening more and more in Goodwill. Like, I don't feel like that was a big thing a couple of years ago, but I'm seeing it a lot more.
I don't really think though that it's theft necessarily. I think people are just really purging their physical media collections because of streaming and all that, and they're just dumping everything to Goodwill, whether they have the disc in them or not. And Goodwill,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, don't even open them up. They just stick them on the shelf with a price tag, and they're done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always ask me if I check it when I come up there. Or I mean, the good cashiers will at least.
Yeah, I don't have too many places around me. Like outside of Best Buy, I have the FYE, but FYE is super hit or miss at this point. And then Book Off,
FYE's
which
getting
is
so bad too.
Book Off is good, but it's kind of like they know what they have, so the prices aren't good. So me personally, I rely heavily on online, like Walmart. I mean, not eBay, Mercari, Amazon here and there. I mean, I think a lot of stuff on Amazon is a little bit overpriced, but depending on the product that you can find a pretty good deal. But yeah, I rely heavily on like online buying, which is still fun for me personally. Like I just bought like 5 new things, new Blu-rays from like early '90s movies that, you kind of forget about a movie. Like I bought a movie. Hopefully I'll show it off next week. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It's called Stay Tuned.
Oh yeah, with
It's
John
like
Ritter.
Yeah, John Ritter, and
Yeah, I was online the other day and something popped up in my feed and I was like, I legitimately haven't seen this movie in like over 25 years. I'm aging myself, but so they had a Blu-ray release and I was like, oh, I have to buy this. So I kind of still get a similar excitement from buying online, even though I'm not actually physically in the store.
While we're on the subject about thrifting and that, another thing we can bring up about videos and that, don't be nervous to film in places. Yeah, it may be awkward at first, just film. Don't talk over it. You can also, when you edit, you can talk over the video later when you do your editing. But after a while, you do get comfortable doing that as well. Like I know the first few times I went to Best Buy, I was like, man, I'm not going to talk over the video. I'll just shoot real quick. And now I go and I'm like, nah, I'll just talk. If they think I'm crazy, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if a store employee catches you talking, just say security looks pretty weak here. I think we can knock this
Yeah,
If
I had
you
a
just tell
Best
them
Buy
that you're shooting a
associate.
vlog or you're a YouTuber, they pretty much just, oh, okay. Now, you
Yeah,
might get a
that's what
subscriber out
a
of it.
guy approached me in Best Buy about that. And he's like, yeah, we talk about you every week coming in there. I was like, oh, I didn't know anybody noticed me over here doing this. I was like, here I am thinking I'm being super secretive in the stores.
They're like, oh, we know.
You didn't
No,
notice
we
your
notice you
security
every
camera
week, man.
photo? You
Yeah.
didn't notice your security camera photo up on the front podium when you came in through the door?
Yeah. But yeah, that was really hard to get over in the beginning because I felt awkward doing it. But I think the benefit of like getting older is you start to care less about things like that. So
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
Like, yeah, I'm talking to myself, so
Yeah,
it's okay.
you can get away with it. I'm a crazy old
Yeah.
old man.
You just have to tell them you're a YouTuber, not a pervert. I'm not a pervert. So, speaking of, we were talking a little bit about streaming and then it, possibly hurting sales. There's something that I've kind of a trend that's been happening here a little bit lately is, like, all right, they had the movies that got released on streaming, and that was one thing. They were on there for a little while. They took them off, and then they didn't come back to streaming until physical media, got its chance. But they've had like two releases here recently that I think it's really going to hurt physical media, and that is like when Nightmare Alley. It's been on HBO for like a long time, and it just hit physical media. And like I said in my report, like I still have it on my DVR. Like I've watched it a couple times now, and it I'm not going to pick it up on physical media kind of because of that. Maybe when it gets on sale, but it definitely I wasn't in a rush to run out and spend $30 on something that I already have recorded here at the house. And now Scream 5, it's playing for free on Paramount Plus, and we're still a few weeks away from from that one hitting physical. If that trend continues where it's going to hit streaming before it hits physical, I think that could really hurt physical media quite a bit. What do you guys think?
Well, really, even before COVID, I know I have a really big Vudu account, and a movie would whenever it left theaters, it would come to Vudu like 2 weeks before it came to physical media. So it's been doing that for a while, and
But
if it's something that
like it's a full price one though, like where you got to pay like $20 or whatever.
yeah,
right? Yeah. See, that's a little different because some people won't pay that $20, but like Nightmare Alley,
They got me a couple times with that because I wanted to watch Freaky, so I think I spent $20 on that.
I think less people would do the $20 thing, but these are free. Nightmare Alley, it's on it was on regular HBO, like not even just HBO Max, but just regular HBO.
It was on Hulu as well. It was on, I think it was on both of them.
Yeah,
I think like when it comes to those new mainstream titles like that, on Black Friday, like they're going to be $10 on 4K. Right. So a lot of those you can wait, and you'll probably still get the slipcover. I did that last year. I didn't buy any of those mainstream titles like Spiral, A Quiet Place 2, Godzilla vs. Kong, Mortal Kombat. I did not buy any of those until Black Friday, and I got them all with the slipcover on Amazon for $10. Unless you want to get a steelbook or exclusive, like I bought the West Side Story Target exclusive today because I really like this cover, and that's on Disney Plus as well. So, yeah, unless you want to get the exclusive, to me, there's no point in picking it up if it's on streaming. I'll watch it on streaming. I'm not like a streaming hater or anything. I watch a ton of stuff on streaming. But I do think if it is a movie that you really like, I definitely do want to own it at some point. I just don't have to own it immediately for $30 on 4K.
Yeah.
There's other stuff out there, boutique items and things that I'm a little bit more interested in owning right away, because sometimes those slipcovers can be a lot harder to find later on down the road.
Yeah. So, you touched on boutique. That's kind of, there's new release stuff, which kind of affect that. But boutique labels are such a big part of physical media now, and that stuff is basically all built off older catalog titles for the most part.
Yeah.
So that's
I
going to
feel
be
like that's the future.
getting stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the future of physical media to me, all these boutique labels and everything. That's what's going to keep it going for the next 20 to 30 years.
Yeah, I agree.
These boutique companies that are doing all this great work. And then maybe once everybody realizes that 99% of new movies suck, they'll all gravitate towards the boutique labels and start watching some of these classics like they should. Like I was kind of awakened to a few years ago.
Most of the streaming stuff you're not going to get. Excuse me, Tim. Most of the streaming stuff you're not going to get all the special features. And for
No.
people like us, that's a big deal. So for example, this is a good example. Scream. I still haven't seen Scream, believe it or not. I'm a big horror guy, and I know it's free out there right now. But I got the steelbook ordered, so I'm not going to watch it till my steelbook comes in. Even though I can turn on the TV right now and watch it.
I can't tell you how difficult it is for me knowing that Spider-Man No Way Home is on streaming right now.
Yeah.
Not get a chance.
It's killing me not to see Scream. I missed it in theaters.
Yeah.
But I got that steelbook order, so I'm going to wait.
But I know I want that in my collection, so I'm going to wait for it till it comes out. I'm going to get it when it comes out. But I really want to see that. I almost paid $20 for it.
So I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've noticed a trend more, especially as boutique labels, I keep buying more and more of them. I'm watching way more older stuff and kind of pushing a lot of the new stuff off on like the back burner. You know what I mean? Like the big new release will come out and be like, I'll watch this Touch of Evil 4K instead of watching, whatever the big hot new movie is. I'm so far behind on brand new movies.
It's because you know that new movie's probably going to disappoint you in some way. And the older movies, they just rarely do. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just because it's older, so maybe your expectations are a little bit lower. I don't know.
That's how my collection's going now too. Like I feel myself, I'm going back and reaching things that I don't have more so than buying like newer releases. But like what you were saying about like the movie and I guess it also depends on too just kind of what you're buying and kind of like how you collect. Like for me, I love packaging. Like aside from the movie, I love the art. Like I'm in steelbook, so for me, most of these steelbooks are pretty good. Lionsgate is completely knocking it out the park every chance they can get. So for me, I get super excited just to get the packaging and enjoy it.
I almost passed out when I seen that Hell or High Water today. Man.
Oh man, tell me about it.
Yeah. I was at work and I saw.
I was like, oh shit!
I
felt like I was at a wrestling event. You started screaming, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, they're doing some really, really nice work. Like I said, the boutique labels are stepping it up. So it is a shift. It's a shift there.
Yeah, I mean, we have Hulu here, but because of my work schedule, I really don't watch TV through the week. So I try to watch movies on the weekend. I pre-order steelbooks. If it's a non-steelbook release, I just wait till I thrift it later, and then I'm going through my catalog because I've probably got 1,000 movies I still got to watch on my shelf. So on the weekends, I'm going through watching them. I'm not worried about new titles unless it's just something that really, really I think is going to blow me away.
All right. It is top of the hour. I guess we can go ahead and give away these prizes. I was going to do the prize wheel, but I like the YouTube comment picker. It's so much easier. If no one's ever used that for their giveaways, you simply put in the address. You put a few things on there to filter out the comments, and then you just click the button and it picks them. It's really nice. So let me.
I definitely did not know about that.
Yeah, just go Google search for YouTube comment picker. It brings up this page. Let me see. Let me jump over.
Like a PowerPoint.
PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Like an insurance seminar.
Side
Professor
hustle.
side hustle.
Dropping some knowledge.
so I put the URL in here up here for the URL and for the video. I filtered out the duplicate users. Now, because it was like hashtag giveaway or hashtag giveaways, I'm just going to go ahead and hit the button, and if I see hashtag giveaways or giveaway, then that's the winner. And let's see, I think we're going to go with, let's do the Punisher Steelbook first. All right, so I've got them loaded up. Let me get the start button.
Whammies, no whammies. Stop. Oh,
And looks like
right on time.
yeah, we got the Mickey Anderson here.
Let's say mid-level media. What?
So get in touch with me on my Instagram or I do have an email address on my YouTube page there in the About section. Either one of those is fine. And what it is, I'll probably give you a code, and then I'll have you come back to that original video and edit the video and put that code in there. That way I can make sure it's really you. Just get in touch with me. I'll explain how it works anyway. All right, so now let's do the Greenland Fork German import, but it's region free, so it'll play on your 4K players at home. Let's see who wins this one. We got Central Park Saga. Congratulations.
That person's in New York.
All right. And now for the one I think most people wanted was that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. Well, it's a bootleg, but hey, whatever. It plays. It looks really great.
Come on, baby.
Bro.
I seen you in
Did
there,
I
Pops.
not enter this?
Ah,
We got Joe Flo. All right.
My real name.
That's me.
yep.
And I'm a winner.
Yeah, I see my icon pop up for a minute. Oh well.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
All right.
I
Well,
didn't know you were giving that away.
yep. And there's the. Let's see. Let me show people what they won there.
What were the other two items you were giving away?
Let's see. I gave away let's see, factory sealed Punisher Lionsgate
First
Steelbook.
pressing, baby.
Great looking steelbook.
Then I gave away the 4K of
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that's
Greenland.
cool.
Yeah, I
Great
love
movie.
that movie.
Got a custom slipcover there.
I am Central Park Saga.
And then this is the one that most people were like talking to me about. And that is that
Yeah,
Texas
that's one I
Chainsaw
wanted.
Massacre.
Where did you get that, man? Where'd you get that?
That is from a website.
Can't talk about it, can you?
Yeah.
It's not Stinky Tuna.
Secret.
It's not Sneaky Tuna, but it's it's probably someone who took their place. It's movies. Movies are. Let's see, what is it called? Moviesare.net. No, moviesareusa.net.
They just shot it on their phone.
And yeah, it's a cool website. I actually ordered some more stuff. It's going to be coming in soon. I've got a few more. So,
Jeez.
if anyone's interested and they want to pick one up, hit me up on Instagram and maybe we can make that happen. They don't call me Side Hustle for nothing, right?
I mean, honestly, what's your all's takes on bootlegs? Like, I used to be against it, but nowadays, the way streaming is and all that, and the way they're just being, uh, not releasing stuff, like I'm a little bit more pro bootleg now. Even though I don't
If
know.
it doesn't have a release, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't necessarily get them, but I'm not necessarily against them either. You know,
I mean, I spend enough money to support the movies, physical media, everything else. If I get one or two, it's all right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just bought a bootleg for that movie Vast of Night that was on Amazon Prime. I waited a couple of years for them to put it to disc. They never put it to disc. Okay, fine. I bought a bootleg.
Yep.
Yeah.
right. I mean, like if Netflix would come out with a new like loaded, Blu-ray or even 4K or something, I mean, of course I would pick that one up too,
Yeah.
But until they do, I'm gonna rock the bootleg over here. And
So I'm on that website. Y'all look at this. They got the Blu-ray of the Texas Chainsaw movie. They got regular $42.99, marked down to $29.99. That movie wasn't ever going to be $42.99. I just love how they do that to make it like you're getting a deal. $42.99 for a bootleg Blu-ray. Come on.
yeah, so some of their prices are a little steep on there. It is good quality.
Add to
though.
cart.
I mean,
How much
Yeah,
money do you think that Netflix is missing out on by not releasing all these
ton.
movies on physical?
A ton.
And how much
Yeah,
do you
well,
think that would equally hurt them? Like, do you think that they would make enough extra money for people to get?
They've
on
got enough
physical?
subscribers that don't care nothing about physical media that they would still be okay, and that
I mean,
they would
it's
make
not
more money,
like
I believe.
If I get Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Blu-ray from Netflix, it's not like I'm going to cancel my Netflix.
No.
Like, they're still
You don't want
pumping
everything
out
they
a
got
bunch
on
of
physical
original
media.
content all the time.
You know,
Well,
I thought
even if
about
they
canceling Netflix.
even
so,
if they didn't go to a full wide release of their stuff, if they just did mod, manufacture on demand. Hey, if you want any of our shows on
Yeah.
Netflix, you're going to pay $35 for it, but we'll make a mod for you. We'll send you a nice case and everything to it, and there you go. At least you're not that supporting bootleggers is good or bad, but I would feel more comfortable actually supporting the company that's making that product.
I just think it would be really cool. Like they had their own website, and it was like, Vinegar Syndrome website or Shout Factory
Yep.
website, like the Netflix. You get on there and pick out which one you wanted, and I think it would go a long way. Like getting the people that are holding off on streaming.
yeah,
Netflix movies. Maybe they check out a Netflix movie on physical, and then they'll want to, get Netflix. I don't know.
Yeah.
What I don't get though is so they've partnered with Criterion and they've released
Yes.
a decent amount already, but it's only the Oscar worthy stuff. Why can't you partner with someone else?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, a Kino Lorber or something to release your standard everyday stuff so I could get like Mike Flanagan's Hush. I would
And
love
it's
to
like
have
they'll do random stuff like The Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor, and then they'll do the Daredevil show. But did those have Blu-rays or was it just DVD?
They had UK release Blu-rays.
UK release.
Daredevil?
Yeah.
I feel like Bly Manor might have been
the
Blu-ray.
Bly and Hill House both have Blu-ray.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, UK got Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist,
Mhm.
and I think they got the Defenders also, and they've got all the Marvel, the Agents of Marvel or whatever the heck it is, all on
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
Oh, this year.
And I think they released House of Cards too, right?
Yeah.
On DVD, all those seasons, like their first Netflix show. I don't know. I think I understand if they want to wait like a year or two, maybe to start doing it for some of the titles. Like, don't do it brand new, obviously.
yeah.
I think they're sitting on a lot of money. I think there's a lot of money to be made there, and they could do it all themselves.
Well, yeah,
agree.
especially something like I mentioned, Hush. How many people are returning? Like they have Netflix, so they can watch Hush. Like I think we're past that point now. Give it a Blu-ray, and you'll get more money from it than people aren't subscribing to Netflix right now to watch Hush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it would kind of revitalize the movie too. Like if Bird Box was coming out on Blu-ray,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I mean, it would probably get people to go, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. I'd like to go back and check it out again."
They could do exclusive collector's editions for some of the bigger movies. Have posters, like do the whole thing. Like do it.
And if
like
you
a
don't want to
street
deal with the
package.
manufacturing, just sell the rights to one of these boutique labels.
But
for a year or 2 years or whatever, and make a killing and do nothing.
I get the feeling that all these heads of like streaming services, they kind of just want the whole physical media thing to go away. Like they're just waiting for it to die completely until it's all streaming. So I don't think they want to fully embrace that. So we have to keep fighting the good fight until they finally, all right, these stubborn assholes will put it out on physical.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is like records, though, where we'll eventually start surging upward, and they're going to throw everything they can at us, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a definite possibility.
All right. Changing topics just a little bit, but talking about trends and things. There's a sort of a new trend going on that I'm not a big fan of, and that is the term elevated horror. It kind of started to get a little momentum, and then Scream 5, you had Jenna Ortega talking about elevated horror, and then, of course, X just came out. And
I really want to know what Pops thinks about this.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Let's see what old Pops has to say about elevated horror.
So
I'm the only one that got the pressure here.
Yeah, before he starts,
all right.
I've
been doing.
I'm not a big horror guy.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm not a big horror guy. So what's the definition of elevated horror? Like, what does that mean?
All right, give you an example. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about this the last few hours. Anyway, inside joke.
The type of horror that would come out on the Criterion Collection.
Yeah. Okay, just give you an example. The Shining, people would say that's elevated horror. It's a horror movie that's got a really deep story. Something like Don't Go in the Woods is not elevated horror. You got a bunch of horny teens going in the woods to get killed by an axe murderer. That's a horror movie. Elevated horror is going to be like Get Out. Something like that.
More recently, like Hereditary.
Yeah. Now, here's my take on it, Side Hustle. You asked me earlier about this. I don't like the term. I think elevated horror gives the idea that those movies are better. I'm a big horror guy. I mean, most of the stuff I got is definitely not elevated horror. In the sense of it. But without these old horror movies, without the Texas Chainsaw Massacres, without the Friday the 13th, the Tom Savinis of the world, with all the practical effects, you can't tell me that stuff there is not as impressive as what these new guys are doing, piggybacking off of where it came from. So I don't really like the term elevated horror. That makes it sound like that's better. And I'm sorry, but most of the movies come out now that are in that category are not better than some of these classic movies, in my opinion. Now, you go back as far as like Psycho. Psycho is considered elevated horror when you look at most lists. You got The Shining. That's a good example. You got a movie like Scream. Scream is kind of right in the middle. Scream is a slasher movie, but some people consider it elevated horror. Because it's got a little more of a storyline. That's kind of right in the middle of the two.
Right.
I don't like the term. I mean, I like movies from both sides, but I feel like elevated horror is kind of a kick in the face to some of these classics. That they're piggybacking off of. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anybody else want to say anything on that?
The term is pretentious. He pretty much touched on everything, but it plays it off like, I'm this kid that in college that I can only like smart people horror, and I can't like Friday the 13th with a bunch of teens getting killed in the woods. Like, come on, it's a horror. Horror is horror. Don't act pretentious like you're better than us because you like The Witch more. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
it annoys me. I don't like that term.
Yeah, I don't either. The more I thought about it today, I watched a couple videos on it, and it's like, yeah, come on, man. The more I watched and read about it, the more pissed off I got about it. But like I said, I do like a lot of those movies they consider elevated horror. Get Out, it's a great movie. I love that movie. I enjoyed Us. Movies like that that have the more deeper stories, but it don't make them better than maybe some of these crappy movies I get, but they don't make them better than a lot of the classics.
Yeah.
So, like I said, everybody's got their own thing, but to call it elevated horror, come on, man. You could do better than that. That's kind of shitty, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. And did anyone see X?
I have not yet. I'm gonna go. I'm hoping to go this Saturday morning. I'm hoping if it's still in our
Yeah.
theaters.
Yeah, I watched it. Because I think people are just because it's A24 sort of calling that one elevated horror. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'd give it about a 3.5 stars out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I didn't think it was elevated horror, to be honest with you. It was a little bit different. It was very cool the way they made it look like an older movie. But honestly, once the killing started, it really just fell into normal, you know, tropes of of a slasher movie. Um, I enjoyed it, but I didn't really see anything elevated about it necessarily.
Isn't
To
it
be
just like
fair,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something?
I mean, yeah, sort of. I mean, it's actually I just found out today. Earlier today, I was on Bloody Disgusting, and I found out that it's actually based off a real story.
Yeah.
That there was
Just
a
like Texas
couple
Chainsaw Massacre.
well, yeah, but that one was like, that Ed Gein, the Ed Gein thing. I mean, that was actually more, the same story that Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on. Psycho was based on the same story.
Yeah.
Ed Gein, that the guy who liked to dress up like a woman and had bones and stuff around.
And he'll make you a nipple belt.
Yeah.
Always
Always
Yeah,
wanted one.
I found out today
yeah.
there was actually a real
Today I'm
real
going to show off
couple.
my entire nipple belt collection.
Yeah.
But
So,
on
forget
this
movies.
topic, the brand of A24 getting shoved on something automatically puts a perception in someone's mind that they're going to think it's elevated. Freddy's Dead could be released by A24 and people are going to lose their shit with how elevated Freddy's Dead is. Like,
It's the greatest
Right.
horror
come
film.
on now. It's just the company that released it. It doesn't suddenly make it a smarter
No.
horror movie.
I was just about to
Alexa,
say
I'm-
that
I'm
A24 would be intact to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a huge horror fan, but Hereditary is one of my favorite horror movies. I love Hereditary, and so
I never even heard the term elevated horror until I guess recently, but I'd always kind of thought of it as like just like extremely atmospheric horror, just like horror that just puts you in like a certain kind of a mood and just really immerses you into it and kind of takes its time. And I've latched on to a lot of those movies. Those are honestly a lot of my favorite horror movies. The Witch is like my favorite horror movie of the 21st century. And I think it's because like horror for me kind of died in the 2000s. Like I did not like a lot of horror films in the 2000s. I did not like all the Saw stuff. I didn't like the Hostel stuff. I didn't like all the remakes we're getting. There was just no originality. And then like I didn't really start getting back into loving like newer horror until stuff like I don't even know if you would consider The Conjuring in that class, but until that came out, and then like It Follows and The Babadook and all those movies that were mentioned in the opening of Scream 5. I love all of them. They like I like movies that scare me, and those movies like legitimately creep me out. Anything with witches like gets under my skin. But I grew up on stuff like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween. So that stuff's always going to hold a special place in my heart. But it's because of like all those movies I learned to go back and like appreciate more of the classics like The Exorcist and The Shining and Rosemary's Baby and just really start to latch on to a lot of those films. But I mean, I like all types of horror though.
Yeah.
I do too. I just don't like the term, but like I said, I like all of them. So
Yeah, I love the
Most
movies
of 'em.
themselves. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I like most of them. There's a few I didn't like. I didn't like the Babadook.
I don't love the Babadook. The kid in it's very annoying, but it is a movie that I do like better the more I watch it.
I didn't really care for Midsummer either.
that's still one of the best horror movies ever, and you would probably consider that to be elevated. The storyline it has, but
Poltergeist
one of the
is
greatest horror movies ever made, in my opinion.
so many different things. Like that
so
movie,
it's just
it's a
just a term.
masterpiece. I love it.
And inside Hansel, it's Midsommar for you.
There you go. There you go. Say it right now. If you're going to be elevated, you got to say it right.
Get on board with that one. I don't like that movie.
Not Target, it's Target.
I'm not a Midsummer fan.
With Poltergeist though, you get that Spielberg magic, even though they say he didn't ghost direct it. But
his name's all over it.
You get the Spielberg magic in that movie.
Yeah, it's a very creepy, atmospheric horror film in parts, and then you feel that Spielberg magic come and creep in there as well. And it also has some really great like practical effects and makeup effects and stuff.
Yeah, so for the time, it was
it's the whole
groundbreaking.
package. Like Poltergeist is one of the greatest horror movies ever made.
Yeah,
Gotta get a 4K this year. That's a day one pre-order.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it'd be freaking nice, man. It'd be nice. Yeah. That's why it is the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, I got a good feeling.
So, do you guys think that we kind of praise different studios like that too much?
Yes.
Like an A24?
Yep. They release great movies, but people get like a cult-like mentality around. It's even Criterion, and I've been praising Kino like crazy. Some people get latched onto certain companies, and they could do no wrong in their eyes.
Right.
But you're just talking about in terms of like just film fans and like us in the community. I don't think A24 gets praised enough because it's not mainstream enough. Like X came out and we're all talking about it, but like the movie only made $4 million. And like the Marvel movies that come out and stuff that for the most part have really nothing new to say or nothing new to offer are making all the money. And then, stuff like new Fast and Furious movies and things like that. So, I don't think they get praised enough in like the mainstream, but as far as like all of us talking about them all the time, yeah, I get that. But they are also making a lot of original stuff, and it's mostly feels like things that you haven't seen before. At least feels like it's trying to push the envelope a little bit.
So I love a good chunk of A24 stuff. Like I buy most of their stuff when it comes out, but like they have their own store and they sell shit like scented candles themed off the movies for like $30 and that shit sells out. That is not selling out for any other reason.
And they don't properly inform you on what you're buying, like a Blu-ray or 4K if you're trying to get a special edition.
But people buy stuff because of the A24 brand. Like it's a brand that sells.
I will never be devoted to any one thing like fully. Like everybody has their good movies and their bad movies and stuff. I just think on the whole, like I like what they're doing. I also love like the Neon stuff. Like I think they're doing some really interesting work too. Just it doesn't feel bland and like cookie cutter. Like every movie that comes out now just feels like it's coming out of a factory, and it doesn't feel like it's made by actual like artists and creators. It all just feels like it's gone through like 7,000 different hands before it actually hits the movie theater.
Yeah,
what about committee. Apex, Ken?
Apex is on another level. Like, look, here's the thing. I got my new Apex in today. This is from RLJ Entertainment. This is starring Mel Gibson and Charlie Hunnam, and it's called Last Looks. This one's coming out on April 12th. And it's also got the girl from Deadpool in it as well. So be looking out for this one. We're going to be talking about that one a lot. Mel Gibson movie. But yeah, Apex. I guess I can get a little bit pretentious when I talk about Apex and RLJE. But yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, so let's see. I am so sorry for like the chat. I mean, I'm way too far gone to probably back up and get to any of this stuff. Hopefully, you guys just enjoyed the round table discussion. Because I think it's been informative and fun.
What do you think about the books that they sell, the screenplays? Am I saying that right? That A24 sells?
Yeah.
They're very nice, and I've been tempted on a couple, but I'm not gonna go buy the whole line because it's A24. Like
my wife's got me the Witch one for Christmas or my birthday.
Did you just see that they released a special edition Moonlight 2 disc or 2 vinyl record set?
Yeah, I'm probably ordering that, but not because it's a phenomenal score.
I legitimately didn't know about the candles, though. It's like, well, Gwyneth Paltrow selling her vaginas with the candles.
And they sell like designer handbags, scented candles, all sorts of just
Oh,
weird
Lord.
stuff. Socks, I think.
Hey, I could use some A24 socks. I'm not gonna lie.
That moonlight vinyl though, it's nice.
Yeah.
Moonlight's good. So and A24 just does. They're really more than I guess a lot of people think that they are. They don't just do like weird art house horror stuff. Like they have a lot of great films. Like Moonlight's the Best Picture winner, and they did the Florida Project, and they did
Ghost Story. Ghost Story's one of my favorites.
Ghost Story's great. Now that one is very pretentious and artsy fartsy, but
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It is.
The ending blew me away.
I liked it too. Yeah, but
And even sci-fi wise, Ex Machina is great.
Eighth
Oh, yeah.
Grade is a fantastic movie. That's like just a straightforward coming of age film. They got a lot of stuff.
Don't forget about First Cow. What the hell's First
Oh,
Cow
yeah.
about?
Cal is like one of the best westerns that's been released. in
Oh, is
the
that a
past
western?
Years. I would say it's. I mean, it takes place.
I haven't
in
seen it. I just seen First Cow, and I was not interested. But that, like I said, that's my ignorance for not looking into it. But
Don't sleep on
You know.
First Cow. Watch that thing. That's a great movie. It's a heist movie. It's like
Okay.
a milk heist movie.
that's
Tim, have you
don't
seen
judge
that?
book by its cover deal, I guess.
No,
Yeah, no, man. I need somebody to back me up on this First Cow. Y'all gotta watch it.
I
It's
picked
great.
it up.
Now I'm
and
curious.
I never got to
Oh,
it yet.
it's so good. It's so good. You'll love if you like News of the World, Tim. You'll like First Cow.
I loved News of the World.
It has like the same feel. It's not the same story, but it's got like the same feel and aesthetic to it. But yeah, it's like a milk heist. They're like stealing milk to make biscuits. It's a very simple story, but it's really good.
yeah,
There's never a reason to steal milk.
Yeah, they're making these nice buttermilk biscuits for people, profiting off of it.
So let me throw a question to Jagoda, since he's like kind of a package guy. You know, he likes all the special packaging and things. Do you feel like that, or what are some of the packaging features that you're into, and what are some of the ones that you kind of hate? Like I kind of hate art cards. You know, I think that's the biggest waste, and they just throw them in there, and you know they always spread them out in the picture, so it looks like you're getting something really cool.
Yeah.
Until you really get to thinking about it, it's like, well, these are just postcards of the movie, you know.
Yeah,
I'm never
sometimes
gonna
it's a
be-
waste.
What about aluminum foil art cards?
Well,
Oh,
hey, well,
that's
now
something
now
different.
we can get it.
Now we're talking. No, I like my thing. I love lenticular slips, lenticular covers. Those are probably like my favorite. But just like how they, you know, I like kind of like intricate pictures, colorful things on a steelbook or a slip cover, embossing, like all that stuff. I'm not a fan of matte finish at all. And I have a bunch of them, but you know, they're okay. I have some nice ones, but I prefer like gloss finishes. I love lenticular stuff. I love it. And then, you know, kind of veer from like traditional artwork, unless you know certain movies can kind of feel like get away with it. But like if you compare the first La La Land, the Blu-ray, and then the 4K La La Land, it's like night and day. You know, like they really went like completely to the other side of the spectrum for that 4K steelbook.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. I know some people may like the simplistic part of it, and for some steelbooks it does work, but for me, kind of get a little crazy. I'll accept it. You know.
Yeah. How aggravated do you guys get when like the Blu-ray packaging is awesome, and they don't have it, you know, for the 4K? It's kind of like when Suicide Squad had that really awesome, you know, lenticular for the Blu-ray, but then they didn't offer it for the 4K, or like, you know, like I think the Walmart exclusive for Dune was kind of cool packaging, but it was the Blu-ray, not the 4K. Does that kind of thing bug you guys?
Yeah,
If I love
sometimes.
the movie, I'm gonna double dip then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm so used to it now, though.
The biggest
Yeah.
example I can think of, and I bought the Blu-ray. I bought Joker on Blu-ray from Target because I love that cover, and I was like, I'll just get the 4K later. But I don't know how long the Blu-ray exclusive is going to be available. But that would have been an awesome 4K cover if they would have done that. I don't know why they didn't.
Right. Yeah, I have a real hard time double dipping. Like, I mean, I'll upgrade to double dip. If I already have it on Blu-ray and it comes out on 4K, I'll do that. But it's hard for me to like go out and buy it brand new the same week in two formats.
I used to do it all the time, but yeah,
But
not
you don't
so
want
much
to
anymore.
Tony it up. You don't want to Tony it up and get all 6 copies or whatever it was.
I mean, to each his own. I mean,
Yeah.
if somebody wants to do that, I got no problem with it. But just I can't pull the trigger on that myself.
Well, I understand why Tony does. I mean, it's to get all the different things. He's got a goal in his, but 9 times out of 10, if it's got a steelbook, I just buy the steelbook. And I've bought some crappy new release steelbooks. Like, some of them don't look good, but for the most part, the steelbooks usually for me are the best looking art. I will say though, the Spider-Man No Way Home, I missed out on the pre-release, but that Walmart edition is looking pretty darn good.
Oh, yeah. That looks nice.
Yeah.
Is that 4K?
It
Yeah.
is.
Okay. Yeah, because they did that with Suicide Squad, and I like that one in particular, but I didn't want to get it because it was Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, some of the slips can be better than steelbooks, but like I
Yeah.
said, I'm used to it. And like, I think one of the biggest areas where you see like a huge difference, and it's not really such a popular one anymore, but like TV series, like the old DVD TV series are like light years better than what we get now. Whether they release it in a new DVD set or a Blu-ray set, and you kind of just get like the Packer case. Like if you go back to some of those older sets, like they just put so much time and design into those, and it was like so much better, kind of than what we get now. Yeah.
Originality with TV show releases is gone. My God, I had there was the Little House on the Prairie had a set that was in a wagon. You were able to get King of
yeah.
Queens in the truck. There was all types of cool stuff. Full House, you could get it in the house.
The Breaking Bad barrel that they had.
Yeah.
The turtle
Nakatomi Plaza.
Ninja Turtle mobile or whatever. Turtle van.
Even Seinfeld with the refrigerator,
Fridge.
which
Yeah.
I just like. I was like, holy shoot, it's so much
20
better.
years with the locker.
Oh man, I got a steal on that one. Oh, that was a good one.
But even something like your Knight Rider that you got, like with the lights going
Yeah.
across and stuff, like you don't
Yeah.
see stuff like that anymore. All that stuff is
No.
gone.
Yeah, we rarely see it.
Yeah.
The Stranger
last
Things
one I saw
VHS
was the,
tapes, and I'm still waiting on season 3 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to even find the like the like they hardly release shows, it seems like, anymore. TV shows. I mean, they're all pretty much like
They
streaming.
got a lot
properties.
to upgrade to Blu-ray.
I think I don't know if I saw this today or not. That Friends is supposed to be getting the Blu-ray release.
What is
Friends,
Friends.
Friends?
Yeah,
Friends
man,
has a complete Blu-ray.
it does, right? Okay,
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna
that
say
probably
that's
was
a
the
show
older
that I'd be
picture then.
surprised that didn't have one.
Yeah, but they have so many shows that they need to upgrade.
Yeah, there's
You know.
there's a lot of shows. So I buy TV shows quite often. A lot of them skip Blu-ray. Like a lot of them, they'll come out as just DVD.
Yeah, I still buy them though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What would be like a TV show that you guys would love to see come to, that maybe it's never been released or maybe doesn't have a Blu-ray, but if you could, do you know of any that haven't even been released that you would love to
Yes.
see?
Boston Public. I loved that show when it was on, and it doesn't play on reruns. It's not on any disc. Nothing. I would love if Boston Public came, but it's music is holding it up, and it'll never
Is
come.
that the one with Breckenmeyer and
It had how do you pronounce his name? Chi McBride as he was the principal. There was a bunch of people in it.
That's one
But
of
it was
those that
all-
didn't have too many seasons, did it? Like
It
one
had
and two.
it was like no, it was
Did it
like
have a lot?
it was like 5-6 seasons that show was
Oh,
on.
okay, well that's pretty good.
But it's all popular music was used at the time in the show, and you know how music rights are, so it's never coming.
I really don't have anything. I don't watch a whole lot of TV shows.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of what TV show that I would actually go out of my way to buy, because I just don't buy a lot of TV shows.
Yeah, most of my favorites are already out there. Sopranos,
And-
Breaking Bad, some of the older stuff. The one show that I know I've never been able to really find on streaming or in physical is the old show Alice. Alice with Bill, Flo.
Yeah.
I know it's an old show. I'm kind of dating myself, but you can't find that show anywhere.
Right.
I can anyway. And one day at a time with Valerie Bertinelli back in the day. One Day at a Time was a great show. Can't find it nowhere.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying I would buy them, but I mean I would at least want to stream them. They're probably terrible now, but
That's the thing with a lot of the shows, though, there's so many shows that have never come to even DVD, and they're not on streaming, so they don't exist.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's tons of movies that have never hit Blu-ray, but you can still stream them. But there's just TV shows that they're vanished. They don't exist anymore. Basically, it sucks.
they were great shows. Those two
The
were.
only show that comes to mind that I would buy if they released like a Blu-ray set is Goosebumps, like the old Goosebumps show.
Yeah, that would be great.
Does that even have DVDs?
No,
Like maybe they
or
have a couple.
it has episodes. There's like episode sets.
If they did like an entire Goosebumps box set with like every Goosebump episode, I think those are on Netflix, aren't they? They were at some point.
They were. I don't know if they still are.
I don't know if they still are or not, but
Tales from the Crypt
I would buy
is a
that.
Blu-ray set.
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt, Scream Factory, Blu-ray set of Tales from the
I remember
Crypt.
seeing that on the shelf at Walmart
Yeah.
like every week, and I never got it. I wish I did. But
The thing
Yeah.
that's so with how a lot of shows are shot, a lot of it is hard to upgrade to HD without spending like a boatload of money, which is why a lot of the stuff hasn't come. Especially
Right.
like people in the comments were mentioning Angel and Buffy, which I would freaking love. But the way the special
I can't believe
effects
Buffy
were
hasn't
done,
got one.
yeah, well, the way the special effects were done, they need to work them from the ground up, like what they did with the Star Trek ones when they came to Blu-ray, and that costs a lot of money. And it's an easier sell with Star Trek than it is to invest that money in Angel and Buffy and hope you'll see the turnaround on the money. I'd buy it.
You have to
but-
think like a movie's probably, is hard enough to restore, but like an entire TV show, like
Yeah.
it's got to take a lot of time and effort to do.
And a lot of money.
Well, like you said, with the music rights and all that, they got to go through.
That's it,
If the music was used, they got to go through and secure all the rights. That costs money. So it's probably not cost effective to put it up to Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I'm sitting thinking about X-Files. I know it already has a Blu-ray release, but I would like a smaller, more comprehensive set that has all 11 seasons with both movies. I think there's one out there now, but it's like $400 or $500.
Yeah.
A re-release with a small little package would be nice.
Yeah, Garrett brought up "Are You Afraid of the Dark?" like that, Erie, Indiana. Like I would
Yeah.
love
Oh, yeah.
all
Erie,
those on
Indiana.
board, because even when you watch shows like that and Goosebumps on Netflix, like they look like shit. Like it literally looks like I watched it on my box TV in the '90s when I was a kid, which is like nostalgic. But I would love a higher definition and quality of it.
Yeah, I popped in. I bought that Erie, Indiana, not long ago, and it looks rough. I mean, I'm happy to have it, but it looks rough.
It was on DVD that you got it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you posting that. Now I think of it.
It's a hard one to find too. You don't really run across it much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see Freddy's Nightmares. I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, people have been
that-
bringing that up a lot lately because it's on like what was it, Screambox or something?
Yeah,
Like some kind of new horror streaming service.
yeah. And there's been episodes that have been released, but like they were going to do a VHS of it, and they only got through like two volumes, and then it didn't sell enough, so they stopped. And then there was a few episodes on like special features of like one of the sets, that you could get. And so other than that, there hasn't really, it hasn't come out.
That's a massive pet peeve for me. That I wish if you were going to commit to a show, just give us the complete series, because the amount of shows that have released 1 or 2 seasons and then just abandoned them, it drives me crazy. I liked there was a show with Kyle Chandler, Early Edition, which was that early 90s, I'd want to say. They released the first 2 seasons on DVD. Then they abandoned the show for about a decade, and now they gave us Milk Creek, I think it is, gave us a complete series set. So there's no way to specifically buy seasons 3 and 4 separately. You just got to buy the whole thing, and that's a decade after they released 1 and 2. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Didn't Malcolm in the Middle only get like season 1 and 2 released, and then they haven't released anything else? I think it's Malcolm in the Middle.
It got a full set over in the UK. I imported it.
Okay.
And that's how they used to roll everything out back in the early 2000s when they started doing all these sitcom DVD sets. Because I remember the Seinfeld set. I think all of them came out over the course of like 2 years or something. And the Friends seasons also.
Yeah.
And Pops, are you going to pick up Alf? Because I hear that Shout Factory acquired the rights to Alf and the Alf animated series.
No, probably not. I pretty much stick to the Scream Factory stuff and their collector's editions. I stay away. I do the Shout Selects, but I stay away from their Shout Factory releases. And I've never been a big Alf fan, so no, probably not.
Oh, no Alf.
How could you?
No love for Alf.
I'll tell you when stuff goes out of print for TV shows, though, it's no joke. That stuff skyrockets more than most movies. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We got about 15 minutes to go. Does anyone have anything that they wanted to plug as far as future shows or any upcoming projects that they might be doing? No?
Full Alf series reviews coming to Pops Movie Dungeon pretty soon.
Yeah, me and Tony are going to be on over on Brad's new channel, Category 3 and me. We're going to be on there tomorrow night talking about our top 5 Martin Scorsese movies.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
So we're going to do that tomorrow night. I know Huck's Pop Culture Cafe, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's going to be doing a show on Saturday night that me and Jakota and Movies of Ryan's going to be on. I'll wait to let him announce that, so I'm not going to say anymore. So y'all keep an eye out for that. It's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern time, I think he said. He's out of California, I'm in Florida. But I think he said 8 p.m. Eastern time. Or it's going to
5 his time, so it'd be 7
8 our time.
Yeah, 8 yours and Jakota,
yeah.
I may as well mention that at 9 o'clock that same night, me, Ken, Rob, he has a YouTube channel. He just started it up, so he'll be new to everybody. And Tony are going to be going over Godfather. It's basically a 50th anniversary stream, just chatting about the Godfather movies and their influence on mob movies, basically.
And just a fast little plug, the guy in the chat, Johnny, that got me into YouTube, he's at 299, and he's one subscriber to get to 300. Just somebody subscribe to Johnny's channel. It's Johnny's. He just changed the name. Shit, what's the name of his channel? Johnny's Boutique Podcast.
Yeah.
So he's one more subscriber, guys. Y'all get him to 300. He's a good friend of mine. So a little plug there. Shameless plug.
All right, and well, I mean, I guess that's about all I got. If you guys got anything else that you want to talk about,
just congratulations, man. Congratulations on 500. I'm real happy for you. You damn sure put in the work, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, man. I'm glad to glad to be here with you guys, and thank you to everyone. Sorry, I kind of missed out on the chat a little bit, though. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Talking about, we covered a lot of topics, so I mean, I think there was a lot of good information in there. Hopefully, people got something from it, enjoyed it, and those winners, contact me, and I'll get your stuff out to you. And let's see, you guys want to plug your channels one more time before we go? Let me throw it to Pops here.
Well, again, congratulations. And everybody, my channel is Pops Movie Dungeon. We talk about a lot of weird movies over there. Stuff like this right here that most people don't really pick up. But these movies are a lot of fun. We also talk about mainstream movies too. But anything physical media boutique, we talk about all of it here. So you guys think about coming by and checking it out. I appreciate it.
All right.
One of the things, if you guys start a YouTube channel out there in the comments, you should probably learn how to promote yourself, because I am terrible at this part every single time.
Me too.
But
Me too.
I don't really know what else to say too much besides with my best decade streams and stuff like that. If anyone in the comments wants to participate in future ones, just send me a DM. You don't even have to have a YouTube channel. Just if you're just interested in chatting and doing one of those best decade streams, I'll line you up for a future episode. But I don't got anything else to really say.
All right.
Again, congratulations on 500. Thank you for having me on here. It's been great. I don't really have anything to plug either because I'm bad at that, but I did have a new video drop today. If you're into steelbooks and you want to know how to upgrade your single disc steelbooks to multiple disc steelbooks, check it out. That's all I got.
All right, guys. Look. I'm sure he had a plug real quick. I'm gonna hold my mic up right here. Look, no, I'm just joking. I'm pretty bad at plugging too. But I'm Ken at Mid Level Media. If you like physical media and movies and that kind of stuff, come check me out. I'll be on Tim's stream Saturday talking The Godfather, and I can't wait. I feel like Tim might have an offer that I can't refuse. Maybe he made me an offer I couldn't refuse to come on. We'll talk about it. And yeah, I got some things going on. 1984 month. If you guys want to watch some 1984 movies, we're doing that for another 9 days. And I should have my review of the Godfather series out tomorrow. As long as I don't fall asleep tonight while watching Godfather Part 2 and 3, it should be out there. So, yeah, appreciate any subscriptions, likes, comments. Thank you for having me on Side Hustle. I appreciate it, man, and congratulations on 500. And to 500,000 we go. I'm gonna set the bar really high for you, man. Really high.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
All right.
Dan, first, congrats again, Side Hustle for 500. Get 500 more. Yeah, Jago the Blue on Instagram and YouTube. You can catch me on live streams on YouTube. I'm there almost every day. Also, just be on the lookout. Like I said, I have something new that I want to start a new segment, so that should be coming up soon. And hopefully, if everything comes in next week, maybe one of my biggest hauls ever. So I'm did a little spending, and I'm super excited because I've been kind of taking it slow. So hopefully, if everything comes in, I'm gonna have a super massive video to make, and should be exciting. Thanks for having me.
I also do have an announcement to make. I am going to be changing my name to Mid Elevated Media.
Yeah, I was going to say, Born to Be Arrested, said that in the chat. That was hilarious. Mid Elevated Media.
And Pops is going to be changing his name to Alf Movie Dungeon.
No Alf in my dungeon.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that, man. I didn't know about your hatred for Alf until tonight.
I don't really hate it. I just never got into it, man. I ain't definitely going to buy it. So.
That's the takeaway tonight is Pops hates Al.
Like you need
make that the thumbnail.
Like you need a little Alf prop in the back, maybe taking the place of that stormtrooper.
I used to have an Alf, like one of those dolls, back in the day.
Oh, the Burger King toys when they put out the 4 different ones.
Yeah.
Does anybody know any Alf catchphrases? What did Alf say? I know he ate cats. I can't remember.
Gordon wasn't Gordon is the guy? Didn't he like scream Gordon all the time or something like that? I
can't remember. I do remember watching Alf. Mm-hmm. I liked Alf.
Yeah, it was an alright movie or show.
It was alright. I just ain't gonna buy it. It was alright.
Don't backpedal now, man. You hate Alf. We all know it. We heard it here first.
Garrett says that Pop must be a cat guy. No, I have a dog. I don't have any cats. Cats hate me. They hiss at me every time they look at me. So I'm definitely a dog. Definitely a dog guy.
Well, Well, thank you to everyone in the chat. I really appreciate you guys coming out and supporting the channel. Sorry I didn't get the comments and stuff. Um, I, I've kind of messed up
Yeah, you
there a
gotta
little
get better
bit,
at that, man. You'll do better next time. You'll do better.
yeah,
next time.
I'll get my stuff together. And thank you to the panel. I really appreciate it. I mean, I just started asking people. I really figured out, because it's like Wednesday or something. I figured I'd get a whole bunch of, I'll see if I could make it. Everyone said yes, like right away. I mean, I totally wasn't kind of expecting that. That was awesome. And everyone in the who's been like leaving comments on the channel and stuff. It means a lot. It's really been fun. It's been great. And hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and we're gonna keep it going. Lots of good stuff coming. Um, got ordered some more bootleg stuff. I thought it'd be kind of fun to show off. I got some stuff that I hadn't seen in a long time. I got Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling coming. I got the Karate Kid animated series coming.
Wow.
So there's gonna be some pretty cool stuff. And I'm gonna do a little unboxing on pretty soon. So look for that. And well, until next time, stay safe, have fun, keep watching those movies, and I'll catch you on the next one.